Good day, everyone. This is the Gaming Aztec. Welcome to another video. Today, I will be talking about to you about different topics. First of all, the first topic we'll be discussing is about the upcoming major business event for tomorrow. Here at purexbox.com, I saw this article saying that tensions builds as Xbox prepares for major update event this week, which is actually tomorrow or maybe later in the day in the US, while us here in the Philippines, I think it will be tomorrow morning. Here, the thing is for me about this business update regarding the different rumors that are being said, being heard by different influencers, being news outlets. For me, what I see is it is not surprising that Microsoft will do this if the off chance they will go pure third party. There is no, I was not surprised that they will go this direction. If they will do that, it's because first and foremost, Microsoft is a big corporation. We are saying, yeah, the goodwill that they gave us the last few years, but at the end of the day, Microsoft is still the same old Microsoft deep inside, the big bad corporation, and the biggest thing for them is to make money. They don't care about the goodwill, or they don't care about what the consumers feel or think. At the end of the day, they are still just a big corporation and they just want to make money. That's the same with all companies, whether it is Nintendo, whether it is Sony, whether whatever big corporation you have. You just say that the goodwill that we have received the last few years is just their, what they say in our term, paakit face, or the things that so that people will be attracted to their company, to their products, to their services. But if people are already hooked or already inside their ecosystem, then they will just go to the big bad corporation that they are. Like Sony, when they were fighting against Nintendo and Sega at the beginning of the PlayStation 1 generation, the PlayStation Sony did everything, goodwill to the customer, fair prices, CDs which are cheaper for compared to cartridges. So they just did that so that they can attract, they can get the mind share, they can get the market, they can penetrate. But if they can get a big position, a foothold, like now Sony is the market leader, now they're doing anything they want. They are doing exclusive deals which only benefit them, not the consumers. They are raising prices. They're the ones who push the $70 games. If not for the meddling of the other publishers, Sony may have wanted to make it to $100. And if, example, Xbox did not compete with the Xbox at the early 2000s, maybe now PlayStation's cost around $1,000, then nobody will complain because Sony does not have a competition. And according to them, Nintendo is not a competition. So if Nintendo is not a competition, according to them, because of the regulatory hearings for the Microsoft acquisition of Activision, so the regulators will not step in since that's the meaning that they do. Sony is not, as Nintendo is not competition. So if Xbox did not exist, then Sony is a monopoly. But if that's the reasoning, they should intervene, the regulator, since already like Sony's a monopoly. But I know that Sony will just spin it again that saying they're not a monopoly, so Nintendo's some competition, but that's not the case. So my point is that's all what all corporations do, all big businesses, all big companies will do. They will just do whatever it takes to get much money from the consumers as possible. Like Rockstar, I know, not Rockstar necessarily, like the 2K games. You already bought the game, or the Madden games, you already bought the game for $70 or $100 or what edition you bought, but they're still full of microtransactions. The My Teams, the cosmetics, the, for example, My Players or My Franchise Player modes, all full of microtransactions just to maximize profit. They don't care about the consumer. At the end of the day, it's all about profits. So I know that people will get hurt, people will get shocked if ever Microsoft will announce things for tomorrow. But at the end of the day, we are not shocked because, like what I said, Microsoft is a big corporation and they will just do what benefits them and their shareholders, not the consumers. But for my hope that what will happen in the business event tomorrow is that, for example, they will announce Activision will stay multi-platform. It's okay, but for me, I just hope that they will still put it on Game Pass. That's the only thing that I'm I'm after, that all games, even though they will be multi-platform, for example, Activision Blizzard, they will still come to Game Pass. And I just hope, so that they say they will not remove the console. What they will do is, I hope that they will continue to make all Xbox first party studios and Bethesda titles, new titles as exclusives. That's my best hope, that all of games, even Activision Blizzard games, will be put on Game Pass. Then Xbox first party studios and Bethesda games will stay exclusive. Or in the middle portion, or what I say in the middle, or like say meet in the middle, Activision games are multi-platform, including Bethesda titles, but Xbox Studios will be exclusive. That is the middle ground that I will reach, if for me personally. But the worst case scenario is that Xbox Game Pass will not no long will slowly die. They will rebrand it to Microsoft Game Pass, and it will slowly die, and Microsoft will put all their first party games, Bethesda, Xbox Game Studios, and Activision Blizzard titles to multi-platform. So if that's the case, it will happen, then that is the step that Xbox is showing that they will be the next Sega, the next third party publisher. But that's just a worst case scenario. But for me personally, I don't think that it will come to that. Maybe we will go to the middle ground conclusion that I am thinking, that Bethesda and Activision Blizzard titles will go multi-platform, while Xbox Game Studios will be first party, but all of them will still come to Game Pass. Or the Bethesda and Activision Blizzard titles will not come to Game Pass. But so at least the console still has value, still has meaning, because the console is the place for exclusive. But not really, if you really think about it, since all first party games, even Xbox Game Studio games, are on PC. So you can just buy a PC, a new fledged PC if you want, which is like what I plan to do this year, hopefully, that I will upgrade my PC to a new PC. So, but I hope that it will be better news. But I know that some fans, especially those who are only playing on the console, or those who are financially not ready, or financially not good standing, especially the inflation and economic standing of the world, I hope that they hope that their investment on the ecosystem or the platform, or big fans of Xbox hardcore, are not disappointed with the news that will come out tomorrow. So let's just hope and pray that there will be good news tomorrow, no? So the next news that I would like to talk about is about Rise of the Ronin, which is actually a first, not a PlayStation exclusive. It says it will not release on South Korea. It's because of the depiction of a certain character. They say the character of Shio Yoshida, since it is a Japanese scholar, since it says it depicts from the previous historian, which is, if you will think back about the 19th century, about the Second World War, where Japan conquered parts of Korea. So I think because of that, they don't want to raise tension, since Japan and Korea already has a strained relationship because of the Japanese Korean War. And I think Japan and Korea don't want that to happen, especially what is happening with the landscape of the world, about many tensions rising, like China in the Philippines, like the Middle East, US and China. We don't want to add other things that will strain relations between countries. So I think this is uh for gamers, it is for the people who are gamers in Korea who are looking forward to this. I think they are hurt. For those who are more open-minded or those who do not think much about the history, they are hurt that they will not be playing of the game. But I think this decision was for the benefit for the what they say the greater good for Japan and South Korea. So I think that's all. So I know there's pros and cons about not releasing the game everywhere. Like in South Korea, there are some gamers who are will not be experiencing the game. But I think for South Koreans, they are just fine with it since they don't want to be reminded of the bad past that happened to them. So I'm fine with the decision. It does not affect me actually since I can just play it. But like what I said, I don't own a PlayStation 5, so I will not really be playing it. So that's all about the topic about the rise of the Ronin not releasing on South Korea. For the last topic, no, not last topic, the second to the last topic. Here it says from a tweet from Accession that's saying that PlayStation first party exclusives will becoming multi-platform. First of all, I don't know if this is legit or still just a rumor. But for me, it is expected for companies like Sony and Xbox to slowly move away from first party since, first of all, the economy of game development is super expensive nowadays. For us gamers, we are not thinking about the economy, we're not thinking about the development time, we are just thinking about our games or some for those who Xbox or ponies who just want to console war. So there, those people are those diehard, those hardcore that are not clamoring, that are complaining, that are bitching about this, about Xbox going multi-platform, Sony going multi-platform. But if you are in a business perspective, it makes sense since the more people or the more platforms you put your games on, the greater the profitability, the greater the profits. Like the latest example that we have where about place Persona 3 Reload, Atlas gave a tweet that they had Persona 3 Reload was the fastest game that they released that reached 1 million copies. So it is the for Atlas that was already their fastest and biggest not biggest biggest yet sales of a certain game because they went multi-platform, not exclusive to the PlayStation platform. So because of that, they already reached 1 million copies within a week, although it is not as impressive as the sales of GTA 5 or the sales of God of War at that time on their release, but it is still a great achievement for the company. So those are some of the signs that saying that game development or many publishers, why are they considering, like especially Xbox and PlayStation, why they're considering becoming third party or not necessarily third party but releasing their games on other platforms. The profitability is bigger and it minimizes the expenses in game development. For example, for like my Persona 3 Reloaded example, let's say Persona 3 Reload costs around 300 million since it's a full remake of a game. But it's just sold 1 million copies as of the last tweet we saw for that 1 week. So that's 1 million times $70. It's only if, for example, people just bought the base game. But I know some people bought the deluxe edition or the collectibles edition, but only not everybody. So let's just say about $70. So that's only 70 million. So that means out of the 300 million that Atlas Atlas cost or for only game development, I don't know if marketing is included and other expenses. So they are still needing to cope back 230 million. 230 million. So, and can they cope that immediately? So we don't know. Especially games are easily going on sale after 1 to 2 months, especially if it's not a famous title or it's the game is bad. So see, look at that. Just for this week or that week when Atlas put the tweet out, they're still lacking around 230. But that is just my assumption, my estimation. But we all know that game development is expensive. So that's why Sony, Microsofts are those console players are not players, manufacturers, companies are trying to pivot, becoming more multi-platform, more third party, so that they can have better profits, better margins, better profitability. So in a gaming sense, I think this is accurate since I know in the future maybe the next generation will be the last of the consoles, or 1 to 2 generations later, then no more consoles, will be more on the cloud, more on the cell phone, more on PC, or multi-platform. That is going to happen in the future. But as of now, so that's why companies are trying to pivot slowly to becoming third party. So this is to be expected since we all know that, especially that Call of Duty is owned by Xbox already. So PlayStation does not want to give Xbox all the profits. So they are trying to pivot like Xbox. But the only thing that I will say about this post, if this is real, not a rumor, or even though if it's a rumor or not, why does not the big media companies like IGN, the Kotakus, the GameSpots, the Eurogamer, those big media publishers, those are not, they are not publicizing this, but about a small rumor about Xbox making Sea of Thieves and High Five Rush multi-platform. It has big news, big rumors, big views. But unlike Sony, they just keep their mouth shut. I don't know what's up with the media. I thought we should have fair and honest journalism, true journalism. But this is not journalism. What they're doing, they are they always praise Sony even though they don't do that big of an big of accomplishment. But if they Sony did something bad like lay off staff, doing this news about Sony going third party, or showing their or porting their games to other platforms, they are zip. But for Xbox, just a little rumor, uh, employees being laid off, rumor of first party games being multi-platform, they are quick to jump on the gun and report it very much. I think I think this is not journalism at its finest. This is just fanboying and media bias. Like American politics, majority of the media companies are biased. They are on the Democrat side, but they are against Republican side. But if we are really talking about pure real journalism, they should be equal, down the middle. That's what pure journalism is. But even though I comment about journalism and even though I'm not part of that country or not a citizen of the US, it is still bothering and irritating to see that even journalism is just has a political stance. Like in gaming, their stance is with Sony, not on Xbox. But if example, like what I said earlier in the video, if Xbox truly goes third party, one of the blames that I will put is on the gaming media, since they are so under Sony, they are so fanboying it. They wish Xbox to go away. And if the worst case scenario, Xbox, the console, will go away, then Sony will immediately jack up prices. Then what will the media do? Will they complain? Oh, I don't think they will complain since they are under Sony's payroll. Sony will give them free stuff. But the people who are most affected are us, day-to-day ordinary consumers. But I don't think they care about us. They just want to fill their bank account, which shows us that that's not fair journalism. That's just bias and greediness from the media companies. So that's enough of my rant about that. They'll just see about what will Xbox say tomorrow. I hope it's good news, like what I said before. Well, the last topic I want to share is PlayStation. I've an article from Polygon saying that PlayStation won't release any major first party games before March of 2021, while Eurogamer said April 2025. So I think here in this article in March or 20 April 2025, they're stating, I think, they're hinting about Wolverine. They will release, but we are not sure. Maybe it can be delayed or not, since we all know that delays are common here in game development. So we are still not sure, and you just have to hope that it will release on 2025. The problem is, we all know that game development costs very much, and costs very much how many years to develop. So now, this year, we can confirm it that this year, 2024, Sony has no first party games, and they will just be focusing on second party and third party deals. So now the media, the the fanboys ponies are zip their mouths because they don't want to say anything bad to Sony. But Xbox has a full list of first party games that will release now, depending on what will happen on the event tomorrow. But for now, it's just presumed that it is still first exclusive, which is the Indiana Jones Great Circle, Hellblade 2. There is also Aura will release this year, and Avowed. So if I were Xbox, then you saw this article now that Sony does not have any first party games to release this year. I hope that Microsoft will announce tomorrow. They say no, every game first party is exclusive to Xbox, maybe except Activision Blizzard, and it's coming to Game Pass. If is that so, then if I were Phil Spencer, if I were the one working at Microsoft, that would will be my decision, or that would what I will announce tomorrow. But I don't know, since I'm not the one working there. But if I were the one making the decisions at Microsoft, I will tell that tomorrow that exclusives will be still be exclusive, first party will be still exclusive, Bethesda, and if they really want to hit the hammer on the head, the nail, which say include except for Call of Duty, since that's what they signed with Sony, the contract. They say that all future Activision Blizzard titles except for Call of Duty will be exclusive. If they did that, then I think that will be a big W for Xbox and a big L for Sony and their fanboys. But I don't know how will the media react to this. So we'll just see. But I don't think that will happen tomorrow, since, like what I said, I'm not the one working there. I'm not the one making decisions. We'll just hope uh, what will Microsoft decide tomorrow. But I know that Microsoft saw this article and are maybe thinking something, or maybe if maybe some of their decisions will change because of what they saw here, or maybe this is the article that makes them think, no, we will just go third party. Look, even Sony, the market leader, does not have any first party for this year, and maybe it's until next year, or maybe not yet, not so sure. So maybe it can go both ways. They can this article can just reinforce their thought or their consideration to go full third party, or this will reinforce their decision to continue to have first party games exclusive or not. So we'll just see. So again, I think this video is long enough. It's almost more than 25 minutes. Thank you again for listening. If you are here until the end, please like, share, and subscribe and comment. Again, I apologize for not able to upload last week, since there was something wrong with my internet connection. Then I was out of town the last few days. So I hope tomorrow I will try to stream the business event of Microsoft or Xbox, then give my comments on it while I'm look streaming. And second, maybe next week I will be hoping to give you my own honest opinions about Persona 3 Reload. I know that it's already 2 weeks away, but I was still playing the game, and I want to give you my honest opinion while the one finishing the game and the one who already also played Persona 3 Portable the most, and maybe a little of Fez. I can give you my opinions, my review about it, and what's the difference, and if I think if what game should I prefer. So again, thank you very much and have a good day. Bye bye.